Alrighty, happy May the 4th. Although today's technically May 2nd, but we don't need to know that because by the time this video debuts, it'll be May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Revenge of the Sixth, all of that great stuff, right? Today we're taking a look at Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu. The Mandalorian and Grogu. I bought this figure a few weeks ago at Target. I wanted to save it for today. You can see I've actually got a layer of dust going on it. I've had it that long. So I'm excited. I'm a big fan of The Mandalorian. It's one of my favorite series. I know a lot of people are like that. I haven't opened this box up, so you are literally going to get pretty much a live reaction to everything as I'm doing this. Well, live, 2 days later, but that's beside the point. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. The box, of course, you do have the lovely packaging. You do see Mando, you do see Grogu, you do see that he comes with a bucket load of weapons. So I'm very excited for this. You do get the art, of course, with Mando and Grogu climbing on him. Nothing on that side, nothing here, nothing there. The box reads, The Mandalorian and his young apprentice Grogu embark on a thrilling adventure as they travel the galaxy. Cool. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get this open up. We're going to go ahead. I've got my knife out. I unfortunately couldn't get the first edition. I'm a little bummed about that. But at the same time, I'm happy because, come on, man. Granted, I have a lot of Mandalorian and Grogu's. So, I'm going to see what makes this figure different. I do like that the display here. You do get, looks like you're on the AT-AT maybe. I don't know. Movie hasn't come out yet. Let's go ahead and get this open. I'm going to pause it. You guys don't need to hear all the plastic crackling and all that. All right, we do have these guys out of the box, and they come with quite a bit here. You do get this Grogu, who is actually sitting down this time instead of standing. So this is a different Grogu than what we've had before. The arms do go up and down. I don't think the feet do anything. The head does rotate, so you can at least do that. Of course, it does absolutely adorable, as it is Grogu. He comes with his blaster rifle. He comes with a pistol. He comes with a knife. He comes with a hitchhiking hand. Yeah, I know it's to hold something else. It comes with a sword. That's new. And he has his backpack. And I do love how shiny this is. This reminds me a lot of the what was it called? The Carbon series? The ones where they had the figure is nice and like shiny. I'm sure I'll post a video link to something like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at Mando himself. And yeah, this is a good looking figure. I mean, here he is with the previous Mando that I got, the Mandalore figure. You can see that the silver just pops. It just pops. I mean, granted, this one is no laughing matter, but it does have that beautiful, more shiny effect to it. You do get, of course, get his standard cape. But yeah, just looking at the two of them, they look similar. But I do think they're different. We'll go ahead and take a further look. Let's see if I can get him to stand up. He's been on a shelf for a year. It hasn't moved. But the minute I try to do a review. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we do get the head. You do get the cape. The cape is a different color. It is shorter. You do get the pauldrons, which are nice. He does have his belt here. Head, of course, full 360. He does have a painted chin that's silver. Oh, you can't see that. He does have a painted chin that's silver. But again, the head does do the 360. So you can't see his face, but there is a face under there. Pauldrons, of course, look nice. Can't do 360 really with them on there, but that's okay. You do get waist. I can't tell if there's really that much of an ab crunch worth talking about. Let's go ahead. Now that kind of knocked that piece out. That's a little disconcerting. Foot. All right, cool. Can't go far back because of the butt. What type of knee do we have? It's hard to tell because he has this missile thing, but it looks like it's a single knee. You get knee rotation. You do get the standard ankle tilt. No thigh rotation. So yeah, not as articulated as some of the other more recent figures, but at the same time, I think he looks really good. Let's see if we can figure out how to get all these accessories attached. First up, we do have the jetpack attached. I don't think it sits right. I think you might actually have to take his head off so it actually sits right. Otherwise, it drapes over, and that would just be a giant fire hazard. So I don't think that should be exactly as it is. I mean, look how good that Mudhorn looks. So you do get that, and I plugged the soft good cape. I plugged the backpack in through the cape. I didn't cut the cape at all. I just pressed it in, and you know what? I like it. I like it this way. I'm going to keep it this way instead of having draping it over. I think it looks better. It does look good. It does look nice and vibrant. You, of course, can put his gun right into there. Where does he keep the rest of this stuff? Oh, this is fun. I like trying to figure out where things go. His knife. I thought it slid into his leg here, but I guess I'm wrong. All right, I did a quick recon on some other reviewers' channels trying to figure out if the knife goes anywhere. They all said they can't figure out any place for it to go, so I'm just going to keep it in the hand for now. You can slide it into the bandolier, of course, so you do have that option, but it would just hang there and it is loose. You can attach Grogu. I got this figured out how to do it from out of the basement. He very loosely grabs onto part of the backpack, and it is loose. You shake him or you move him too much, he is going to fall off. But I do like that is something that you can do with him. And he does have the sword, and it's very much a gladiator sword. So I think this is the sword from the gladiator fight. So do keep that in mind that this is probably a potential spoiler weapon. Also, something I learned when watching some of the other reviews is the scope does technically come off somehow. So Grogu can hold it, or whoever you want can hold it, and they can, pretend like they're looking far ahead. And I'll figure out a way later. Unfortunately, store the gun at the same time as a backpack. I think this clip gets in the way, so he does have to hold it. And of course, you can't store the hand really anywhere else either. So there is that. So some pros and cons. First and foremost, the paint app is absolutely gorgeous. He shines. He absolutely shines. The Mandalorian. His backpack shines. His armor shines. You get the nice uh, soft goods cloak, so he does have a real billowing cloak. It doesn't work the best with the backpack, of course, because it looks awkward, but you do have that option. You do have this alternate hand, which you just get by coming here and pulling on this hand. It's on there tighter than you think. And then there's a little nub, and you can plug it in. Oh, it's too bad Carl Weathers isn't in the movie, so we could remove one of his hands and make him the character from Happy Gilmore. But yeah, you can then plug this in. It's really tight, so you might want to soften it before you do it. And then, of course, the gun would store in his normal hand here. Hey, look, he's a Skywalker now. So yeah, you could just feed this through. And I do like the fingers in this. And this is something I've always wanted Hasbro to do, are soft enough that you can get it through without manipulating or worrying about you're going to snap the fingers off. Like every time I take out my Plasma Series Ghostbuster figures, I do get worried about that for that reason. Thing to, of course, think about is, we've had a lot of Mandalorians. We've had a lot of Grogus. So if you already have a lot of Din Djarin, you may not want this figure. But I do have to say, of the Din Djarins I have, this is the one that looks the best. It's got bright silver. It's got great paint apps. You got the soft goods. You got the fact that Grogu can actually interact with them. You do have the alternate hands, so you can actually hold a knife without it looking awkward. Or like I said, you can make him hitchhiking or pointing at himself. And you do have this very nice look to him. And it's a very cool looking figure. So definitely recommend it if you're into The Mandalorian. If you're looking for a new Din Djarin, it's going to look great on my Mando shelf. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment down below. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, and what you want to see next. Thank you.